friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Paulie, and as always, this is Paulie's Power Hour. So here we are. I obviously don't have a cup of coffee today. I've got an IBC black cherry soda because these are hard to find down by me nowadays. So when I found a couple packs of them, 4 packs at Giant, I snagged them. But this is the first video of 2020. Paulie's Power Hour 2020. Hopefully we have many more subscribers. Tell all your friends. Come join us here. We're going to have some fun this year with cars. You see Malibu's out there. There's Big Mama. All right. Okay. Malibu's coming back to Florida, and we're going to have some fun. Autocross, Keys to Paradise. There's a lot of stuff coming up. But I did promise a video about my dad's cars and how cool they are. So here we go. So the first one we have here is a 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu. Just like my Malibu out there, only this is quite a bit nicer. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at this color, and when I do the body work on my Malibu, I think I'm going to paint it this color, and I think it's going to be awesome. But here she is, more or less all original. As you can see, the interior is in phenomenal shape, but she's got this tachometer. It's mounted off to the side because it's a 2-speed power glide. So when Dad puts it down in gear, click, 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 this will actually be right here because this entire column rotates. The gauge is down there. So here's the 327. Pretty much all original. Dad has all of the original parts. So the stock manifolds, the Rochester Quadrajet carburetor, the original points distributor, all of that. Now, Dad's going to drive this to shows, and, you know, that's what he does with it. He has a lot of fun. So when we were looking at doing things to this car, we really wanted to do things that would make it more of an enjoyable experience for him, right? He doesn't have to worry about adjusting the points every, you know, oil change he does. It's got an HEI distributor on it now. Back here, it's modern electronic ignition. So he gets in, he turns the key, you know, obviously a newer Edelbrock carburetors on here. And, you know, electric choke, everything. So when he wants to go to a show, he can get in it. He can turn the key, and off it goes. No huff, no puff, no issues. This is just as reliable as Big Mama, and I just drove her almost 900 miles up here. We did finish last night swapping the charging system over to a 1-wire alternator. I can actually do a video about that later. That was a really neat thing. We actually ended up using the stock wiring and jumpering the connector for the voltage regulator, because this car has an external regulator down here. And if you don't jumper the wires and do the bypass, then the generator light on the dash will be on. So this is a way to, one, as you can see, the wiring is original wiring, and it's all clean. It's very nice and clean, actually. And we didn't have to cut anything. Everything is completely reversible that we've done to this car. If you wanted to, and he also has the stock brass radiator for it too. He can get it record, whatever. So, you know, if he ever really got a hair up his butt and wanted to take this back to 100% original, he could. Oh yeah, we also have, you obviously can't see him because he's got the nice rally wheels, but he has, crap, what the hell, coilovers. Forgot what they were called. He's got coilovers on here. yeah, we were having issues scraping, and his springs were tired because they were original springs from '67, we think. So we redid the ball joints and front brakes up here, wheel cylinders, shoes, because it's four-wheel drum, single pot master cylinder, right? No power brakes on this thing. Cruiser, yeah, that's what she's for. She's a cruiser. You get in, you put her in gear. She's got 2 speeds, and off she goes. Let's get a shot of the front. This thing it's a pretty sweet car. I like it. All right, so here is my dad's 1973 Camaro. This thing is pretty sweet. I got a pretty good deal on it. He's got, as you can see, he's got 2 hot rods. I like the spoiler. It's a 2nd gen, so I like the spoiler so much that I'm getting the 5-inch spoiler for my Camaro. It makes it look just like this. As you can see, this one is in pretty darn good shape too. It's not without its blemishes. It's not perfect, but for what he does with it, he cruises it, he takes it out to shows. You know, it's pretty darn close to being perfect. He's done a lot of work on it, actually. He's put that plate on there. The guy that had it before him deleted all the AC stuff, so he's got a heater in there and defroster at least. He's done a lot of cleanup under here. Same chrome alternator. The dress-up parts came with it. Headers came with it. The plugs, we've done cap, rotor, all that stuff. Radiator. Yeah. He's got a Quick Fuel Technologies carburetor on here. It's actually really, really nice. Runs pretty good. You know, like I say, takes it to shows. Has a good time with it. So moving on to the interior. As you can see, you know, it's pretty clean. It's just about as clean as the Chevelle. Dad's put a lot of work into the gauge cluster. The guy that had it before him, the gauge cluster wasn't even screwed all the way in. As you can see, even the clock works. I do believe Dad's put a new radio in here, trim panels. He's put the heater in, so he has a defroster now. Works pretty well, he says. So he's got electric fans. Yeah, really, really clean car, all in all. He's got 2 pretty good specimens here. Dad was putting the cars away for winter storage. He put some fuel stabilizer in both gas tanks, and we figured the best way to mix the stabilizer and the fuel together would be to drive the cars, get the fuel sloshing around the tanks. Plus, let's face it, do you really need an excuse to drive these badass cars? Nope. Let's roll. Last thing we have to do is an oil change on the Malibu. Wow, that's really handy.
What?
The jack point's right there.
Oh, right, they made a jack point.
No, it's the subframe. As you can see, it's pretty clean under here. Really nice Holly oil pan. Come on, there we go. It's all the oil drained out now. Drain plug back in. Alright, now we can put oil in it. Alright, so now we got the car on the ground. Here she is. And we're going to put the oil in. Unfortunately, this bar goes right over the oil fill, so I got to use a long funnel. Now, without making a mess, no additives, no nothing. Just 6 quarts. Synthetic 5W30. Well, she's running. Seems happy. Let's go put her on the trailer. This is either going to be really awesome or really terrible. Here we go. It is 11:27 and we are hitting the road. You can see the Malibu behind us on the trailer. There's Rocky. He's ready to go. It's going to be a long trip. Even longer than it was coming up here with the trailer. So stay tuned. Let's have some fun. All right, so here we are finally back at the house. Left Pennsylvania at 11:30 p.m., got on the road, and here we are. I pulled the truck and trailer into the yard, backed it next to the enclosed trailer, and that was it between 7:30 and 7:45. Now, granted, I did take a couple of naps, and there was traffic, and I had to change the tire because I had the bulge in the tire, so I had to do that. All in all, it was a long day. We took our time. And now, obviously, the last thing to do is to get the Malibi off the trailer and get her checked out and put her in a resting place for a while. So now it's time to close the video. And yes, I ended up saving some money. So, rough math, I paid right around $450 something in gas, food, just the trip in general. I obviously got better gas mileage driving home with the empty trailer than I did driving back to Florida with the car on the trailer, right? Because the truck's pulling more weight. So I got right around, it was like almost 14 miles to the gallon empty, and then right around 12.5 to 13 with the car on the trailer, which isn't that bad, all said and done. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the trip. I did. I'm still learning about the microphone and the audio and all of that stuff, so bear with me. But like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff that helps this new algorithm they have. Share the video, share it with your friends, share it with your kids. This is our channel, this is our shop, this is our garage, so this is what we make it. Always it's a family-friendly environment, There's not a whole lot of swear words around here. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you had a great holiday, and keep the hammer down and go like hell. See you later.